thing's hilarious. Oof. Easy, buddy. Try not to disturb all the doggos. Look at it. Having a roll around in the grass. I'm jealous. I'd be straight in there if I was a doggo too. Let's show off this monkey. So yeah, I was talking to my mate Spectre223 the other day, and he said, promised to implement a new rule on the channel. You can't buy and then sell a bike without featuring it on the channel at least once, so here it is. I have had the tyres changed, obviously. I was saying the OEM ones are rubbish. I've put that little screen on. That screen is the best mod I've done, maybe. Yeah, I'd say it is. Gives you like 5 miles an hour extra top speed. It's amazing. And of course, the source of all that silly noise, Yoshimura RS3. That was already on it when I bought it, thankfully, because sod spending £500 on an exhaust for a Honda Monkey. But yeah, I'm reaping the benefits, certainly, of the previous owner's financially questionable decisions. What's funny is this is the first bike I ever bought that had ABS. Like I've had sports bikes, supermoto. The first one I buy with ABS, it's a bloody Honda Monkey. The only one probably the one that needs it the least. Came with the OEM rack thing. This actually got a recall. I think people were sitting on it and it was snapping, so they had to recall them all. Because they're only rated for like 6 kilos, which is hilariously light for a rack, but there's actually nothing wrong with it, so I've just kept it, and I've got my little chain and disc lock on there, because this bike is probably the easiest thing to steal you could imagine. And also, who wouldn't want to have a go at stealing that? It's bloody lovely. I mean, for a thing to rip around on and look cool and just make the world a brighter place, you can't beat it. There you go. Spectre223. I have upheld my end of the bargain, and now I'm allowed to sell it. Even though I don't want to. But that dog's still playing up. All it does is roll around and lie down on the floor. Funny old thing. What a lump. I want a simpler life, and I want more money, and I want to spend less money. So, yeah, unfortunately, the fleet is going to be getting streamlined. So it's been about a month since my last check-in. I know I promised that the videos would start coming thick and fast, but how many times have I promised that before and it hasn't happened? So I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. There's no point forcing myself to put stuff out, because it's just not going to be fun to watch if I'm not wanting to do it, is it? And that's one of the things that would scare me about having this as a job. Not that I'm anywhere near that level yet. It's definitely more viewership than I ever expected to get when I started out all those years ago. How many years has it been? 8 years? So yeah, we're out today on the Monkey. I don't think the Monkey is actually featured on the channel, which is a real shame, because this thing is an absolute hoot, and I actually don't know if I'm going to be able to part ways with it. I've been saying lately that I'm going to part ways with the Monkey, the Husqvarna, which I've just got, so it's quite bad, and I've also got a dirt bike that I never use. So yeah, just off nipping out on the Monkey today. Still unemployed. I think I know what I want to do next. I'm actually I didn't know if I was going to say on the channel, but I've arrived at it now. I'm thinking of becoming a motorbike instructor. I've always liked helping people, and I used to work in IT. We're talking like Windows desktop support, you know, going around closing things in Task Manager and, you know, the real basics. But what I enjoyed about that was the way I could just swoop in, solve a problem that someone had been having for weeks, sometimes months, and just make their everyday life so much easier and better. And motorbikes are the thing I'm most passionate about. If I can share that with other people, I think that will just bring me so much gratification and make me so much happier than what I was doing. I did still work in IT up until recently, but in a lot more of a technical and a lot more senior role, so I wasn't really helping people anymore. I was working for big banks and insurance companies and stuff like that, so it was very impersonal. There was not much feeling of reward apart from the enjoyment of solving a technical problem. There wasn't the people element, and I think I've really missed that. Not to mention the fact that since COVID the role was work from home, so we didn't even have that whole office camaraderie thing, and I'm a bit of I'm not the most social person, so I thought I would quite enjoy the whole work from home thing, but after a while I actually realised I don't really see many people outside of work. I'm not the kind of person that's like good at, asking a mate to go out for a coffee and stuff like that. I do want to start doing that. It's just not something I've ever had to do. So yeah, work from home was really isolating for me, but if I could get a job where I'm outside all day and meeting new people, just sharing something that I love and also learning about the thing I love as well, learning how to teach people how to do it. So the plan with the bikes anyway, the Husqvarna, as fun as it is, it's just way too focused to be a bike that I can teach people on. You can't go around being a bike instructor on a bloody supermoto. As fun as it maybe sounds for about 5 minutes, I don't think it would actually be very good. It's the most fun bike for going out hooning I've ever owned, but I've got to get something more well-rounded. As usable as the 701 is, it's just a bit too focused and leery for commuting, for going shopping, and for teaching people how to ride bikes. The plan is to sell all the bikes, maybe keep the Monkey. I'm not 100% on the Monkey yet, but yeah, sell the bikes, get something more practical, all-rounder. Hopefully not boring though. I'm looking at the Honda Transalp at the minute, which you might say, yeah, that is a boring choice, but I think for having a bike that's a mixture of being fun and practical, it does look like a good option. And it even sounds pretty good for for a parallel twin anyway. They're never going to sound as good as like a V-twin and stuff like that, are they? But they are still good. Dinosaur juice acquired. Hope the angle's okay. I dropped one of those bottles of oil while I was in there and fucking knocked the camera out of position. Oh, the Monkey, always disturbing the peace wherever it goes. It's not too bad though. Hopefully I haven't woken up any babies. Don't wake the baby, don't shake the baby. Oh, it's just such a great thing for nipping about on. That's why it's going to be hard to get rid of it, because it's just like, it uses no fuel, it's so light and easy, it just feels like effortless getting it out the garage for a ride, when you need to nip out just for a couple of bits, it's ideal. And it's also potentially going to be usable for Deliveroo and that sort of thing. I mean, you can't do that on a faster bike in town without going a million miles an hour. Being able to do it whenever you want pretty much without breaking any significant laws, it's very nice. And I will miss it if I have to get rid of it. Anyway, thanks for coming along, and I'll leave you there. And my next video is going to be a mega compilation of near misses and funny shit that's happened, and just all of my backlog of footage. I've been going through it That's what I've been working on in the background, so expect that one next. And then after that, it'll probably be the test ride on the Honda Transalp, so look forward to that. I know I am. And yeah, thanks for sticking with me while I'm in this. We're in the nether zone. Time moves at a different pace in the nether zone, so yes, I appreciate having you here, and I hope you've enjoyed this little jaunt on the monkey and having it, being introduced to it just before it goes. If anyone wants to buy it, shoot me a message as well. My sister actually is thinking about buying it. She wants to get into bikes, so yeah, if you want it, slide into my DMs ASAP. Alright, catch you guys later. Bye for now. Did I do that? Did I do that right? Oh, skidding into the bend. Backing it in on the monkey because I'm too scared to do it on my Husqvarna.